What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another unboxing showcase review. And next on the lineup here from the Marvel Legends Chode Build-A-Figure wave, we have Emma Frost, astonishing X-Men Emma Frost. Really awesome to see this version of Emma to be to be made. I wasn't expecting it, but we're gonna get it. Now we have it. But here we go. I know there are just from seeing the box, I know we're going to work with some limitations here based upon, you know, how her costume is made. But once we open it, let's figure it all out. Of course, from the front of the box, digital render. We have some nice, very nice artwork on the side. And then on the back of the box, once again, hands as accessories. That's all we get. So, and then we have Chode's, I think it's the right leg. So we will take a look at that as well. And we will see how this is all laid out inside the box. So we can definitely determine what we got going on. From the inside, of course, this is the leg, and the hands are in there too. So we will take a look at that. And let's pull this out so you can see how it's formatted. Look at this. It's always different. These cardboard inserts are always different. It's never the same. But there we go. Let me unbox it and take a better look. All right, there we go. We have her out of the box. Everything looks good. First of all, here is the leg of Chode. This is the right leg, so we'll take a look at that in better detail when we get to the Build-A-Figure. But here, first of all, accessories, we have a left open hand, and then we have a right fist. So there you go. It's basically to compare. So he's got a pair of fists and a pair of open hands. That's really what it is. So we can put this off to the side, and I surprisingly got her standing. And you know why? You know why we got her standing is because we got the heels back. We got these heels. Man, that's going to be real difficult. But I feel as if there's a little bit more base on the heels to help her, you know, stand a little better. But the problem, another problem that you may encounter is this cape. This cape is very wide. It is flexible, but that's probably why there is a little weight to it. So we're going to go with that. But let's overall take a look at the paint and sculpt, because this is absolutely beautiful. They did a great job. That is purely astonishing Emma Frost right there. That looks really, really good. I don't know if you guys can really capture how good that looks on this camera. I know it looks more like a mean look, but that's the Emma Frost right there. They did a great job. The digital paint on that looks amazing. The hair sculpt is great too. We've got the locks of hair on both sides and the front, and then of course in the back. Looks really good right there. So then coming down, I mean, she also has her like signature collar that she always had, and then we have the cape that kind of drapes along her breast on the chest area, that comes along and of course wraps around the back. So there is some hindrance going on with where the shoulders are going to come into play, because that's not going to happen at all. It is molded on with this corset right here, so that's all molded and put together, I guess. But on the back, I think there's a peg on the back for the cape as well. That's for the peg hole back there. So that's inserted in there. I'm sure it can come out, but what's the point of coming out when this is fully attached on? That's not going to come off. So there's going to be your hindrance, because the arms aren't going to go anywhere. The arms are only going to go that far, but we'll get to that in a moment. But you could see the cape, the sculpt of the cape looks really nice. The corset looks really good too. There you can see the lines all sculpted in as well. Even with the arms, you can see that these gloves go up to her upper bicep area. Sorry, it's right there. And it looks sculpted in there as well. And of course, these are just painted, or it's just a white plastic for her hands and her forearms. The lower half looks really good because that X logo is painted very nicely. The gold and the red. That belt is part of, I don't think is the belt, oh, the belt is separate. This belt is completely separate, but you can see how it's channeled in to that point. But look at that, there's an actual, is this a waist cut? No, it's not. Man, I was hoping for like a waist cut that you can turn in, but it's not going to do that. So it's just a peg in right there. And then this, why does this feel a weird loose? That's interesting. It's almost like, you know, yeah, that's a weird way to sculpt it, but you know what, it works, whatever. Let me just put this right back on there so that way it's flush and placed back on there. You can see the sculpt in these pants, these white pants, and then there's this stitch line that goes all the way down on the front. Does it go on the back end? Yep, it goes on the back end as well. So pretty nicely sculpted. It's all done. And of course, with these pants slash boots, there is this sculpt right here above the heel. So I'm not exactly sure how that works into play with this whole outfit, but hey, whatever. It looks pretty new. I'll get the other Emma Frost so we could see a comparison with these heels, because I don't know, I got her to stand pretty well, and I couldn't do that with the other Emma Frost. So this is what we got, but that is your paint and sculpt. Okay, let's work with articulation, because I know there's going to be some hindrances. The head can definitely move side to side, which is still good considering the hair can get in the way, but it is flexible enough to be able to turn. There's no way she's going to look up, because that is just a straight sculpt downwards, and it is practically impossible to do so. She has a dumbbell joint that I can see back there, so I can't, there's barely looks down. Now that I pulled this, I kind of pulled that peg out in a way. I don't know if that might help with any of the articulation, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna, I will definitely put that back in. Arms, shoulders, they're not gonna go anywhere. I can maneuver a little bit higher, just that far, because that is where it's gonna stop you. That is exactly the spot. But hey, that actually looks pretty good. But yeah, that's as far as it goes. And this, again, I get it, but the single jointed elbow for females, let's stop with that. Let's put the double joints, because like I said, I get it, because this cape is going to hinder it. So what's the point of putting the double joint? But regardless, I'm going to have a stickler for it. Just get all the females double jointed elbows. It's definitely a requirement now. That's as far as it's going to go. We have the single joint. Like I said, if she had the double joint, maybe she could reach her face. You know what I mean? So that's a possibility. She's got a diaphragm cut, so that's cool. At least we got that maneuverability right there. I like that, and that's awesome to see. Okay. Legs, she can probably go out that far. And of course, upper thigh cut. These are new, considering it is pinless, double joints, so that's nice to see. I don't even know if there's a reason to move her ankle far up, but you can do so, and you can go back really far, and of course it has a pivot. So that is the articulation. All right, guys, we're going to start this off with some comparison. You know what, I completely forgot. Let's throw this in, because we're doing this real quick. Height is 6 inches tall. So going back, Marvel Legends, Mythic Legions, Gladiator, just to see some size comparisons. And looking at some Joy Toy figures, we have Candy Frog and we have Rin. And here we have two other people from the same wave. We have Cyclops and Fang. So it's cool to see Cyclops and Emma together like that. And here I have Jean Grey and Stepford Cuckoo. And unfortunately, I can't stand these two because this is just the older style. And these are like the gummy-legged females that used to be. So here's Hellfire Club Emma, and of course, oh my God, which Emma was this? I forgot. The black costume Emma. So the Walgreens exclusive Emma. So these were great. I still love the fact that, you know, we got a Hellfire Club one, but I can't stand her for the life of me because the legs are extremely thin, wobbly, bowy, and of course the heels are different. So these are different heels. The heels, oh man, these were just such a pain to stand up. It really is. But these guys, they're so much taller. They are that much taller. You can see that between the two. Let me drop you off so you can see the height difference between the two. It's crazy. The legs are definitely longer on this Hellfire Club, and then the chest, the torso area is definitely longer too. So, and you can see the head's much bigger. So that is a huge difference, right? That's a big difference. All right, guys, there you have it. There is Emma Frost from the Astonishing X-Men. I didn't really do a play around session with this because what else can you really do? It's not as if I can really go through some like fighting pose or type of stance that I can make it. This is probably the best that I might work with at the time. If I think of anything else, I might, you know, show them off on my Instagram. But there's your Emma Frost. Still looks great. Definitely an awesome sculpt. It is definitely smaller. I mean, you saw how, you know, this Emma Frost was compared to this one. I think it's because of the whole new body with the legs. Those are all new legs, of course. So I realized that I think like the newer, you know, more articulated female body is definitely different. So this is a change, right? I don't know if it's for the better or for the worse, considering, you know, the previous characters that we had, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how it works out. But glad to have this Emma Frost. Very happy to have it. What do you guys think? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Hope to hear from you soon, and I hope to see you on the next hunt.